The air in the lawyer's office turned to glass the moment she saw me. "Why is she here?" my husband's sister spat, as if my presence contaminated the mahogany table. The lawyer didn't flinch. He adjusted his glasses and read aloud, his voice like the scrape of a knife. Article 7. To the woman my son betrayed. My breath caught. Betrayed. His word, not mine. The room went silent. Then he slid an envelope toward me. Inside wasn't a check, but a key. Old brass, heavy in my palm. The exact one I'd watched her bury in her garden 3 years ago. Her face drained of color. And in that moment, she knew. I met Daniel 12 years ago in a library. He was quiet, charming, the kind of man who listened more than he spoke. His sister, Claire, was different, sharp, possessive, her smile always a fraction too wide. At first, she welcomed me, said I brought light into her brother's life. But her eyes lingered on me as though I were a thief. For a while, love blinded me. We built a home, laughter in the walls, promises sealed with rings. I thought I had found loyalty, family, until the silences began. It was subtle at first, a locked phone, a sudden late meeting, the faintest trace of perfume on his shirt, one that wasn't mine. I wanted to dismiss it, but patterns don't lie. The truth revealed itself in fragments, a message half deleted, a slip of his tongue, and finally, his sister's garden. I remember the night vividly, moonlight sharp as broken glass. I watched from my car as Claire dug into the soil, her movements frantic. When she left, I crept closer. My hands shook as I uncovered the small metal box. Inside, receipts, letters, photos, proof of their alliance, proof of his betrayal. Not just an affair, a financial bleed. They had siphoned accounts, shifting assets to her name, hiding money in trusts. He had chosen blood over vows. I should have confronted him, screamed, left. But rage, when caged, becomes something far sharper than chaos. I put the box back. I let her believe it was hidden, and I started planning. I learned patience. Revenge requires it. I copied account numbers, photographed documents, traced the path of every stolen dollar. I studied inheritance laws, business holdings, tax codes. By day, I played the loyal wife. By night, I sharpened my case in silence. I divorced him quietly, with no fight. Let him think he had won, that his betrayal had buried me. He gloated, blind to the hooks I had already set. Then I went to his father, a man who despised weakness, who valued loyalty above all else. I didn't need to embellish, just laid the truth bare. His daughter and son, united not by love, but by greed. He said nothing, just listened. His silence was the sound of judgment being carved in stone. And so, the will. The lawyer cleared his throat. "This key," he said, "unlocks a safe deposit box. Inside lies controlling interest in the family company. It is awarded to the woman my son betrayed, as restitution." The words cracked like gunfire. Claire lurched forward. "You can't! She doesn't deserve—" The lawyer cut her off. "It is binding." I didn't look at her. I didn't need to. Her panic filled the room, thick and bitter. She understood the depth of her loss. The empire she schemed to own was now mine. Daniel sat frozen, eyes hollow. For once, he had nothing to say. I could have gloated. I didn't. Power doesn't need to raise its voice. I stood, slipped the key into my pocket, and spoke only once. "You should have buried the truth deeper." Then I left them in their silence, the ashes of their conspiracy still smoldering. Now, when I hold that key, it feels heavier than metal. It is justice, distilled. It is every sleepless night returned to me in gold. They thought they had buried me. Instead, they buried their own inheritance with their lies. And I, calm, patient, watchful, dug it up. Justice doesn't shout, it waits. And when it arrives, it doesn't knock. It turns the lock.